I don't know what the attendance was today, but for Sunday, excuse me, every day's running together for me. Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock before the men play, after football has such a great win and such a cool environment yesterday, and such an important weekend. The support that we're getting, I'm a little bit overwhelmed by it. Not because I didn't expect it to come, but coming from where we came from in the last few years, it's pretty impressive, the support that we're getting from our fan base. Basketball wise, I think you can tell that we've got a long way to go. Some growth that we can have in pretty significant areas, but we're fun to watch. It's fun to coach most possessions too. There are some that it's not, but it's a hard job with the bench that we have. I'm trying to figure out who it is on night in and night out, but it's a fun job too. And I've got a good group to pick from.
Questions?
How was the turnaround, Coach? I mean, it was pretty quick from your first game after to come back in under 48 hours.
Well, it wasn't easy. You know, it wasn't easy. It was a pretty quick turnaround. I think some legs were tired a little bit, and I wanted to send the message. This is a conference trip. That's what happened. We played a conference trip Thursday, Saturday. Essentially, is what happened. And I wanted to send the message to the young ones early of how it was going to be and what your prep's got to be. You know, I think individually you can see on the floor we hang our heads a little bit on some plays because we have there's some real talent, you know, on our roster, but they expect so much of themselves too that they're hard on themselves and they don't want to let anybody down, including them. And this is something real to consider, their families, because their families are here, and their teammates and me, you know, our coaching staff. So I think the turnaround was tough, but you know, any way you look at it, we got a great win on Friday night and another, you know, good win and another output today to go 2-0.
Yeah, how much fun you get the hard work? This little get together on a third, what you're going to be doing the third, you know, for a little time to relax.
Yeah, quick turnaround again. We play again Wednesday. I really give it all to my teammates, helping move the ball from side to side, which gave me easy looks and just a great opportunity.
What about the youth around you? You're the veteran here, and they don't play like FRs and SOs. I mean, I watched her a couple of times. She's looking over here, and the ball's over there. I said, "Don't turn your head, you'll get hit." What's it like to watch them do it now, knowing a couple months from now what we see today will be entirely different?
Yeah, it's fun playing with a younger group. I just get to, I mean, it takes a load off of me somewhat, and I get to pass the ball more and help everybody get touches on the ball.
How about you and Shayna? Every time y'all get up, this one section goes crazy. You get up, this section goes crazy. Friendly comes in, this section goes crazy. What's it like to have your own cheering section amongst, knowing like if I screw up, uh-oh, they're going to be living on me hard? What's it like out there?
It's different, but if you score, it's just, look, from where I'm from, they support everybody. They follow you, they follow Stevie too. It's just one
If you
big
make a
thing.
mistake, do they forgive you?
Yeah.
Or they
Besides my dad and Coach.
How about you, same way?
Yeah, I mean, it's been like 3 years since I played, so I'm pretty sure everybody was waiting for me to get out there.
Are you glad to wait? So I'm sure you are. Being in street clothes all the time doesn't work.
No. I'm just excited for this year and next year.
Are you feeling like you're starting to get basketball back? I mean, 2 games in after such a long layoff, it's really got to be tough, a double-double today.
Yeah. I honestly didn't think I would be back in shape by now, but
I'll take the credit for that.
yeah. I'm back and I'm excited to play. So.
Shane, you have the green light to do this kind of things with him? Run down the floor and you're over here like that?
If I
Is
don't
that by
cause a
him?
turnover.
Okay, go right ahead. Unless somebody misses it, he'll tell you, don't do it.
No.
Coach, I was talking to Coach Paul at the beginning of the game, and we were working on behind the back stuff, just put
I
the
was
ball.
waiting for that.
He told me to do it in the game. I said, what if I mess up? He says, well, I'm going to look at Coach D and say, I don't know where that came from.
There is nobody on our roster that has a red light. We don't really have anybody that has yellow light either. But, you know, we scored 38 field goals and 26 assists. They're an unselfish group, and there's some spectacular basketball ahead. I don't know when that's coming. I don't know if Leah will still be here or not. And Leah, she certainly appreciates the help, but it's got to be nerve-wracking at times too. And I get that, but she's handling it really well, and Marisha's handling it really well. And, you know, it's a growth process. The season's long, the season's grinding.
Well, that's like you're saying, you're 2 games in now, and you're thinking, but you're looking long-term, and you're like, okay. You see what they do now, and you think, oh, man.
Well, I mean, if you just we've played 3 games under the lights. Taylor Porter leads us in scoring the first night, I think. Shayna the other night. Marisha Victor had a double-double. Tonight it was Leah, maybe. I don't know. Leah had 16 and something, and T has a double-double. I mean, we're dangerous all over any given night. Now, that's the good news. The bad news is you don't know which one it's going to be every night, and that makes it a little bit tougher. And it's hard. It'll be hard to keep everybody happy, you know, over on the bench. But you know, I tell them when we recruit them, we want you to be healthy first and happy second, and that's a little bit easier to control. And I want the same thing for our team. You know, I tell them in the huddle, you know, today, playtime's over. Make no bones about it. This is how I feed my family. And we've got a job to do, and we've got to get a lot better doing it. We've got a lot of room to grow, and we better do it pretty quick, given that Rhode Island just lost to Syracuse by 3.
You feel like your team obviously struggled a little bit at the end against Moorhead State, and you know, I know there's a difference in talent between Moorhead and Brescia, but you know, I thought I thought with 7 kids they would be completely gassed at halftime, and you guys would just blow them out, and they hung in there pretty well. But you know, your kids did too, especially considering they just played Friday night.
Yeah, you know, I think if you look at the scoring in the third quarter, both groups drop. I think everybody's trying to figure out if there's still going to be a ball game or not. You know, there's a little bit of relaxing going on, and there was a sense of urgency was gone a little bit. We got it back a little bit, and so did they. But you know, I asked them, I guess it was sometime this week, I said, how successful do you want to be? Riri says phenomenal. Somebody else says very something. I can't remember exactly. I said, I want you to understand, I didn't ask you how many games you want to win. It's not about the result. It's about the process of being successful and significant. And there's going to be some real growth. There's got to be. Or there'll be a lot of bus trips and plane flights with tears on it. And you know, we just got to grow up. And we've got a lot of areas that we can do that, specifically the defensive side of the ball.
You like the doubleheader format? I know you got another one on the 27th here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't get a chance to see the men play very often, so it'll be nice. And we've got some recruits in, and I'm fine with, you know, I'm fine that it was a Sunday afternoon game where everybody could go to church and still come out. I'm fine with playing before the men. I just like to play. I like the environment. I like when there's a crowd. But I enjoy our crew, whether we're in the room by ourselves or under the lights at camp. All right, thanks so much.